What do you admire most about your character?
The fact that I could do something different. And that's a great question, because now I'm going to give you a little bit of information that I probably shouldn't. I think my intentions are right.
If you could be a car, any model of car, what would you be and why?
Ooh, childhood me has to say Lamborghini Diablo, because that was like my dream car.
That's tough. I was asked if I could transform into anything.
Yeah.
Supersonic flight would definitely be,
Okay.
just because it would save me time. So I think anything that falls into the category of supersonic flight would be great.
I'd be a Porsche.
And why?
Because I feel like they do so much with so little. You know, I feel like they're a great car without trying too hard.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is that too specific? You get what I'm saying.
No,
You've seen a
I know what you're
Porsche.
saying. Yeah. That's
They're
a Porsche.
like a speed car, but
Yeah.
without
I feel like you have one in mind.
GT.
Okay,
GT3.
what color? What color?
Orange.
So it's very exciting. This film has a female scriptwriter, obviously. What is one thing that you think women, and especially women of color, can do to support each other in front of and behind the camera?
Constantly be like supporting each other publicly and hiring each other and talking about each other. Speaking of which, I would love to plug my friend Lindsay Beer, who has a movie coming out on Netflix called Sierra Burgess' Loser. She was also in the Transformers Writers' Room, as was Geneva Robertson-Dworet, who is worked on Captain Marvel with Nicole Perlman. All of these people, they're so talented. They're doing such great things. There's not enough of us. We would love for there to be more. So female writers, get writing and start writing in this space. And yeah, just keep supporting each other, loving each other, taking care of each other behind the scenes and texting each other when you're having terrible days. And then when you're in any position of power, like encouraging the hiring of other women in all positions.
Absolutely, yeah. What was one of the greatest challenges of kind of plugging into an existing franchise and world and all of that jazz?
You know, it wasn't so much a challenge as like a really fun opportunity and a fun sandbox to play in. Like, we got to learn all about a world that had been built very, very thoroughly in so many different, media. And then we got the freedom of doing something set in 1987, so we didn't have to be tied to that continuity, and it just got to be this really rich backdrop rather than a limitation.
For one, I knew it because I was a really big fan of the Michael Bay films growing up. I saw it when I was 11, and it kind of shaped like the big franchise movies that I loved. And now to step in and actually be one of the central characters in a story that I loved growing up is great, because I get to share that with people who are younger than me now, and they could carry on the Transformers tradition and get exposed to something that's really freaking cool.